Welcome to the Scottie and Sylvia show. We are best friends who keep our finger on the pulse of the culture. I'm Scottie Beam.
And I'm Sylvia Obell. And on this show, we talk about it all, from our favorite actors to our favorite affirmations.
From black joy to black drama.
And just a sprinkle of Caucasian chaos every now and again.
Welcome to the Scottie and Sylvia show, where we speak our minds like it's our full-time job and have fun doing it. I'm Scottie Beam, a globe-trotting media personality with great taste in music.
And I'm Sylvia Obell, journalist, writer, and host, who likes to write about the girls, all of our favorite girls. So let's go ahead and get into this episode. Hey, friend.
Hey, friend.
Normally
girl.
It's like I miss you, but girl, I was just with you. But anyway.
Just with you.
Today. But we'll get
just
to that.
with you.
Can I tell you what I really am, though?
Exhausted.
That it's just finishing my sentences like the soulmate you are. Because, baby, I'm tired. I'm tired, like, in every way imaginable. Like, literally, physically, and also my technology, social media battery been up. Because every time I look, especially lately, there's a new damn app popping up. There's a new app,
guys,
that they want me to download. And as a millennial, I just want to speak for all of us and say, we're tired.
Yeah.
Because
we put platforms on our back for years. You understand? We are the foundation of social media. So, to see that these new things are coming up, I get on them just so that my name, I could just have my name, so that nobody will have Scottie Beam and be posting titty and ass pics, and then people will be thinking that it's me. So I literally go and get my name first.
I'm just laughing because I'm thinking about us having to disprove. Those aren't my titties.
Those aren't my titties.
These are.
There's a difference. So yeah, I go on, but they all look like great ideas. Everybody looks great. Everybody looks fun. Spill looks fun.
So Spill, I can mess with just because it's Black owned, right? It's created by Alfonso Fons Terrell, who I'm familiar with. Like, he's been in the social media scene for a bit. Like, I know he follows us on Twitter. He actually was one of the people who shared the announcement. I remember all of that. So kudos to Fons and the whole team over there that's trying to give us something Black owned. We got our codes. We was on there. Yes. It's nothing to do, with me not thinking that these are great ideas, whether it's Spill, whether it's Threads. Because, one thing about Mark Zuckerberg, he gonna eat your app. He gonna, when Snapchat came out, he said IG stories, and y'all said, sure, bye,
but
Snapchat.
For him to use the term that they use on Twitter, thread, take the name. That man right there, child. Okay, he could fight. I know he could fight. I know Mark could fight. I just know it. I know he can't wait to put the paws on Elon at any time.
He's moving with that energy, like them Silicon Valley thugs. It's getting ghetto over there. Like they're really at it, like turf wars. I don't know what's going on. All I know is I'm tired of having to make new profiles. Like, I've been doing this since I was 13. It almost makes me wish I listened to the age requirements when I should have, because that's why I'm fatigued. They said Black Planet, MySpace, maybe not MySpace, but I know Facebook, when it first opened, was only for college students.
It was.
My ass was like, Once we figured out a way to lie about our ages, we was on there early. I've been coding. Yeah, I definitely lied about my age.
You was on Facebook early? I was on
when
Facebook
you had
till college.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did MySpace through the socks. Let me tell you something. I had MySpace voicemail. I changed my songs. I used to change my top 8 like nothing. My top 4 was pretty standard, but it was the next 4 that could switch up at any moment.
That
bottom row, right? And then you had the top 16. Listen, I used to have the little hearts falling down.
Oh, you had the graphics? Like
oh my God, we were
video.
Coders. Black women in STEM.
Black women in tech. We was doing it.
In tech. We were Black women in tech.
It's STEM, but you're right. It was a thing, and we were there. I mean, I was on Black Planet when I shouldn't have been. Like, it was just AIM. And like, I know that like the Gen Xers and the boomers are like, y'all were kids. But I think that's the point. Like, my mom didn't get on, like, our parents didn't get on social media until like they took over Facebook when we all left. Like, so for
Mhm.
us, it's like, this has been half my life. I've been dealing with
Yeah.
this. And I'm tired is all.
I'm
I've run out of
tired.
passwords. I've run out of users. Like, I've run out. Thank God I can just use my name now, because I would be running out of my names. Like, it's just,
Right.
it's a lot. And like, we have big followings. At this point in social media, there's no way you're ever going to reach that number again on these new apps. Like, there was
But
a
hey, hold
time and
on, Sylvia,
space.
hold on. Hold on. Because Threads might be onto something.
You think Threads might be on to something? Oh, because they have you follow
Yes.
everybody that you already follow.
Yeah, you already follow them.
The
So
interface is
they
great.
love it. I would say Thread people, if y'all could just give me two more font sizes up. I need a 16. I need a 14.
Oh
Those little tiny
no.
ass, stop it. Stop it, Sylvia.
It's giving geriatric
That's
millennial.
what I'm saying. Stop it. But I need a size up, y'all. I'm not squinting just to read these. And what are we calling them? Threads? Like, what are we calling them?
I don't know.
What are we?
It's so new. It's
That's what
like
I'm
literally
saying.
24 hours old. Like, I don't know. I'm just there, and I've claimed my thing, and I'm gonna see how y'all use it, because I barely even, I'm only still watching on TikTok. Like, y'all didn't even
Right.
give me a chance. And I also
Mm-mm.
want to see what sticks. Like, I don't want to spend a lot of time investing on something and then it's gone.
And it's gone,
Respectfully
just
to
like
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
Respectfully,
Child.
like, I'm not gonna do all this work if you're not gonna stick around. So I'm gonna let them fight. I'm gonna fight and
I
see
was
who
moaning on
wins.
Clubhouse, dog. I was moaning.
Why would you
Just
bring
want to
that up?
remind y'all real quick that niggas was moaning on Clubhouse for $100 for a gift card. Y'all was moaning. So
I,
we got to really take our time with learning these apps and figuring out which one is for us. Cause I'd be damned if I put myself through that again to hear Lakeith Stanfield moan on an
mm,
app.
it's just, I want to
Now,
forget, and y'all just won't let me. But
speaking of embarrassing, I just want to also point out,
excellent
baby,
transition. Speaking
Kiki
of niggas
Palmer,
being
girl.
embarrassing,
Speaking of niggas just embarrassing, just pressing the embarrass button. You got Kiki Palmer's baby father. I don't forgot his name
Darius,
was Darius.
Darius.
Yeah, baby boy decided
Mm.
to go on Twitter when he got his baby mother's number. He got her number, he got her address. He could have sent a pigeon. You could have did anything but tweet about Kiki Palmer going to Usher's wonderful. We have to
Mm.
go, Sylvia.
We gotta go, y'all.
Usher,
Me and
we gotta
Scotty have
go.
not been. If you're
Figure it
looking for
out.
any way to really congratulate us on this podcast,
Right,
please
please.
run us some tickets to. Just gonna put that out there.
To Usher's show in Las Vegas. And she came looking bad as hell with her little black dress. You know,
Bomb.
it's the thickness is showing.
The baby did
Okay.
what
She,
needed
she
to be
looks
done.
amazing. And the thing this nigga could say is what, Sylvia? What did he say?
He said, "You're a
You a
mother
mother.
and a wife, maybe." I really tried because here's the thing. I dead ass thought this nigga was joking. Like, because why else would I was like, oh,
Same.
LOL. Like,
Same.
like they seem like a funny couple. Kiki's
Right.
hilarious.
And she
I was
plays
like,
with that. She goes,
and
I'm a
she
mother. I'm a
plays, like,
mother.
I'm a mother. No, I'm so like, I really thought that like he was playing, haha.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like later he doubled down with like some respectability hotep, like 1952 marriage creed about how women should dress. Mind you, they're not married. I mean, I'm just saying. And even if they were, we not
And
free.
then brought tradition into it when he's had a baby out of wedlock. I'm so confused. I just hate when niggas use words they don't know what it means. Words mean things.
I,
Sylvia
I
Obel,
just, what
2023.
words mean
Words
things,
mean things.
and we don't play about Lauren. We don't play about Kiki Palmer. You
Mm-mm.
understand?
Keke
That
Palmer.
is our girl. And
Right.
so honestly, I'm trying to be respectful out of my love for Kiki. Like, if you Kiki girl, I want you to handle this. But
Just talk.
like,
Yeah. I
just
know
I
she
mean,
read him down to the socks. I know
I
she
don't
read
know.
him, baby. I know it did.
I
But she got to
all
deal,
I
cool. But what I will say is Twitter never forgets. And baby, they pulled up them tweets. And now I gotta ask myself, where was he January 6th,
Shut up,
2021?
Scotty. It was.
This is the problem. If he just shut his mouth, if he ate his food and just said nothing, we wouldn't know
I think he deleted
that
his
you.
Twitter. I think I saw that he
Oh, it's
deleted his
gone,
Twitter.
baby. It's gone.
It was we've reached the find out portion of the fuck around and find out. Because one thing about Black Twitter, they gon'
They're gonna
pull up
find
your old
out.
tweets. It's a systematic at this point. There's a plan of attack. It's a tale as old as time. Just
And you
stop
know we don't play about
tweeting.
Kiki.
We don't play
Why
about
would
Kiki.
you
And
do
you
that?
want to hit us with a Kiki respectability politics and misogyny all at once? Just say, babe, you pushed my baby out. You carried that baby for 9 months and you look amazing.
Amazing. What
You
you
know,
say to your wife, listen, we wouldn't have known, because there are
send a
times dudes be
text.
like, you know, your boyfriend be like, what, you gonna wear that? You gonna wear your
Yeah.
titty? Sure, y'all can have that conversation. But to put it on Twitter to embarrass her, baby. So Kiki,
Crazy.
we with you. But I know you ain't leaving that boy, so
I
we
don't
with
think it's a
you. We
leavable
gonna stand
offense.
with
I
you.
mean, I just
It's
think
not,
it's like,
but I
I
think you
just
know
think
how
it's embarrassing.
Twitter goes
Yeah.
so far. Twitter
Yeah.
is like, you need to leave him. And I get it.
Take
I
your
listen.
baby and go. Like,
Go.
child, what? Now the baby
they
fatherless?
they
Like,
they had they had the video of Mary J. Blige singing to
runaway love?
Kiki Runaway Love. This is
Y'all
what I
are
mean.
so ridiculous.
Y'all can't take nothing seriously.
Nothing serious, nothing's for real. Everything is jokes. And I'm
Oh
sick of
my
y'all.
God.
But Kiki, we're with you during this time. Something about the
Yes.
second you tweet, I love my man. It's not like literally that the day before, there's something, and somebody did a thread of like women the second they tweeted about them. And that's why, baby girl, I got a 2 to 3 year policy because what you're not gonna
Shit,
do
sometimes that don't even work.
is get on
But
the
it don't
internet.
matter.
I'm just saying you're not gonna get on the internet. Like it's like there's a difference between what you do IRL. You're gonna get online
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
embarrass
Yeah.
me is crazy. Like,
Like you don't have my number.
like we don't live together. I'm gonna be home.
Guys.
I'm gonna be home.
Right. And she probably sent him a photo before she left out.
Maybe not. Maybe because if she know her
Mm.
man, she said
She probably
he's.
did it. She
She
probably
said
said,
I'm
you
gonna
know what?
apologize later because I'm the type of
Right.
person. She's like say
Ask
apologies
for
later.
forgiveness.
Ask for forgiveness later. Anyway, we could chop it up all day about men being embarrassing, like respectfully. But I want to jump into today's topic, recapping our girls' trip to Essence Festival. Cue bumper, cue segment transition bumper. No kidding.
Right.
So the 29th annual Essence Festival weekend just passed by, and baby, the annual pilgrimage to New Orleans that we as Black
Yo.
women make is just something that
Mhm.
if you've never experienced it, you got to at least once in your life. Like it's really just a
Yes.
part of every Black woman's story. Like you gotta go to Essence. You gotta go to
Yes.
New Orleans. It's where me and Scottie met. At this point, y'all should know
Absolutely.
that by now. But
Yes.
some of you are new here, so I'm be patient with it. But like it's just a beautiful Black ass time. It
Mm-hmm.
started back in like 95 and it's been happening ever since. But
Yeah.
and I've been to like a record
about that?
amount of Essence
Yeah.
Fest. For those people who don't know, my first job was at Essence. So like my first Essence Fest was like actually working the festival, and it's a whole nother experience. Like I've experienced it working the festival like under Essence, which is that you just are in the production room all day for the most part. I've experienced it working for BuzzFeed and going as press and media and doing different things. We did something on the center stage once. Like I had you come on as a guest and we did like hella opinions on the center stage.
I
And like little did we
remember.
know the foreshadow. There's so many foreshadowing moments of us working together that
I
like we didn't
know.
see happening. But like literally BuzzFeed Essence, like we did something on that center stage in the convention center, and like Scottie came on and like we didn't even know. But yes, that was something. But then I haven't been since 2019. So this was my first time coming like not as media per se,
Same.
and like also post pandemic. And I gotta say, like I missed New Orleans. Like any,
Oh,
but
Nola, 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 Nola. Okay.
I
I
know
absolutely love New Orleans. Like from the accents, because baby, I got one of the best accents. Well, y'all have the best accent. I don't care what
the
nobody says.
it's my
Y'all have
favorite
the
one.
best.
The best
Anybody that
accent.
speaks to me, I'm like, why you flirting with me? Stop.
Stop.
They could literally just be saying, hey, do you want water with that? I'd be like, stop asking me.
Something about the way they call me baby.
Oh Lord.
Baby.
Yeah, it's insane. That's insane. So
It's
I
definitely
absolutely
yeah.
love that. Yeah, and like I know you've been there for a long time, Sylvia. You've been doing it every single year for what, 8 years? You said
This was like 7th. It was my 7th Essence
seventh
Fest,
Essence
but like
Fest.
my 10th time in New Orleans because NABJ pulled up to New Orleans more than once for the convention because we had
Mhm.
too much fun. For those of you guys who don't know what
I'm gonna say
NABJ
I
is,
know it gets crazy over
it's the
there.
National Association of Black Journalists, and baby, the first time they were
Hmm.
in New Orleans, I had just graduated from college. It was 2012. I was fresh out this freedom into the, and I was cutting up. Like it was like a month after graduation. And then the next time we did, I think was
Mm-mm.
like 2016 or 17. But I've been in New Orleans. It's my favorite American city. I'm saying it. Like my favorite one,
Yeah.
like to visit. Like the way some
Yes.
people love Miami, that's how I feel about New Orleans. You know the black people love you know black people love
I know. I
Miami.
had to fix my face. Absolutely. Yes. It's
but
so fun.
I'm crying because that
Yeah.
was terrible acting. But I appreciate what you
It's
tried to
so
do
much
there.
fun.
But what
Yeah.
does before we get into like this trip, does Essence Fest like have any special meaning to you? Like what does the festival mean to you, like when you think of it?
I just whenever I go, because that's when I first really got to experience it. And before that, I've heard hearsay about it, but didn't know what it would feel like. And I
Mm,
would say that the feeling is enriching. It really does speak to my spirit. The amount of black women who will take time out of their day, just a few seconds out of their day, to give you a compliment or talk about your hair, or want to have those conversations with you that you wouldn't necessarily do any other day. It felt amazing to be a black woman and to look at other black women and be like, wow, y'all are gorgeous. Like, we are gorgeous.
right.
Oh, y'all was taking my breath away with the
No,
looks, the
honestly.
hues. It was the makeup. It was the hair. We were, we ate down.
We ate.
Everybody,
We're the baddest. Like there's
everybody
just no
ate.
way around it. Black women,
It
like it's
really,
just top tier.
it
Like we
really,
leave
and
no
I
crumbs. And I just
really,
I'm just so
I'm
happy to
sorry,
be
we're so
gang.
superior. It's insane.
I'm just so happy to
Yes,
be gang. Like so happy to be
I'm
gang.
so happy to be Black Woman Gang, because I don't know what I would do if I was anything else. But yes, absolutely, it's that for me. It's so much fun. And I always leave fulfilled. I
Mm.
always leave richer than what I came in with. So I would say, like, that's what Essence Fest is to me, just to see the talents of so many other black women too, and be able to, hear from different panels and them giving other black women resources and perspectives to think about. I think all of that is what is necessary and needed in order for us to move forward with each other. So Essence Fest is that girl to me. you know,
Yeah, absolutely.
what does it mean to you?
To me, I think at its best, Essence Fest is a safe space. And like
Absolutely.
I think it's so and I wrote, maybe we'll link to it. I wrote like a feature about this when I was at BuzzFeed about how it's like Black Girl Magic Safe Space Capital, and like how like at its best it's 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 one of the few places that black, like I think maybe no, it's the only place that's set especially aside for us every year, crafted to our needs, putting us first in such a
Right.
like big way. And I think
Right.
like the way people come, whether it's mothers, daughters, homegirls, auntie groups, like even lovers, like couples, like it's the men who are smart enough to do their boys trip there because that's where the women are at. But like it is
Oh
like
Lord.
we'll get to that. But it's like to
Yes.
me, it's I just love it's like there's just no other place that you can be around this many black women at once. And I think that's something I know I take it for granted living in big cities. But I heard some women, like one of the girls who came up to us said, like, I live, like, she doesn't live in America. And she was like, I haven't been
Oh,
around this many black women ever in my life. And it just
yeah.
is so good to see myself all over the place. And like, I
Yeah.
think like that is the beauty. Like, it's not a perfect festival. I've seen Essence, like, it's the regimes change. You know,
Yes.
I've seen it over different levels of leadership, but like to me, Essence Fest is always about the people and like the
Mhm.
energy and like just what it feels like and the vibe. Like the people create that vibe, and
Right.
like all of us coming together, like the talent. It's just like it's just gorgeous. And I think like whether
It
you're in the
is.
Superdome or you're in the convention center, which thankfully enough, Essence knows us people enough to know that we need indoor festivals, like under
Because
air conditioning. But like
dog.
because that New Orleans heat, baby, ain't nothing to play with. But yeah, to me, it means home coming in a way.
Mhm.
But like the way homecoming feels like I think for like HBCU students, I think like for black women, that's why I
Yeah.
called it like our pilgrimage to Mecca. Like it's like our, I don't want to call it like our holy land, but like it's there's something about it that feels godly because like it's just so many black women and just we're the best, baby. And like
Right.
I
And
just
it
love
felt
to
so
be
good.
here.
I just want to reiterate, like, it felt so good to be able to get dressed for me and the girlies.
For the
Like, for the
girls.
girls. Like, hey, only the girls will understand. And, how I express myself, I know somebody else would be like, oh my God, I love it. Or, oh, where'd you get that? And I would be able to do that to somebody else,
Yeah.
and we got tooth gems. Me and Sylvia, we got tooth
We
gems, y'all.
did. I don't know if you can see it on this here.
You can't see it nowhere. I need more because I
I
need it to I need it out.
Can you see
I need
them?
more people to see it. I can see it a little bit.
I don't know. Like
My
I
teeth
have to wait
bigger.
till I have to take a we're taking family portraits next week. So I was like, I'm gonna add more later. If I show
Oh,
up with a
okay.
teeth
And
full of
then
gems, folk
right,
are gonna be
right,
like,
right.
"What did you do?"
But just being able to express myself in that manner uh revolutionary,
Yeah,
So to be around that type of energy and wear what I want to wear without thinking about niggas,
without the
I'm
male
just
gaze, just free
the
of it.
male gaze. Just please leave me alone. I just I was excited. That felt great. That felt great. So yes.
Right. So let's talk about our trip. Like, what are the components? Like,
Okay.
when I think about the components of a good trip adventure for us, like, I feel like this trip hit on a lot of it. What are some non negotiables for you? Like, I know food is big for us, and we're going to get
Food.
into that.
Yep.
Having a good time, partying, like good music.
Partying.
That's a
Yes.
good, like, that's a good one.
Yes.
What's
Um
another non negotiable when we about to turn up for a girl, like, for a
I
good
don't know what a
trip?
non-negotiable is. Like, I think for me it's really simple. Party, food, food, party. I just want to make sure I have food,
and
and also that my hotel is like
oh yeah,
where all the shit is happening, you
convenience, like,
know?
yeah, luxury. We want, like, a
Convenience.
nice we do like nice things. We like nice
Yes.
hotels. Give us 4 stars or 5 stars, 6 stars
Yes.
if
So
you
there,
really
I need
with
it
it.
there. I need it there. And I think that's it. I'm really simple when it comes to my trips. I just want it to be I want it to be nice, and then food, party. That's it. And
And
Sylvia, I
shots.
party.
And
I
shots,
party.
because if
That's what I'm
Scotty asked
saying.
me if I heard Scotty say, "Let's do shots," one more time, by the end of it, I literally was like that meme of, like, who is it? Jimmy Butler, like, on the side of the damn court, exhausted because my body and that's my liver. That was my liver after Essence Fest. Like, please, Diani. But
Oh man.
no, but
That was a good
food, okay,
time.
New Orleans is like one of the reasons why it's my favorite city is because I don't know a better place when it comes to the food, especially the seafood. And like just the seasonings and the all of it, like, to me, when I came back to LA, I didn't even know what I wanted to eat. I was annoyed. You know what I mean? Like, I was just like,
Right.
I want oyster everything. I get to New Orleans, I'm like, I'm like, let me get a fried oyster, let me get a charbroiled oyster, let me get an oyster salad, let me get some like
Mm.
I let me get an oyster po' boy, let me get a shrimp po' boy. Like I don't play about it because like it's just I love it all. Now you on the other hand, my friend, I
So
know
guys, I put the chicken nugget down and I decided to
no,
try
yeah,
a oyster.
she did.
I
She
did.
did. 'Cause I was gonna say that you're a picky eater normally, but
I'm severely picky.
on this trip, I was very proud of you
Thank
because
you.
Scotty said, "I'm going to try, guys. I
I
am
did.
going
I
to
tried a lot
try."
of things. I tried oysters, which were delicious, char-boiled. That. I like that and the fried ones. Those are
Yes,
really good.
she doesn't
Those are
like raw
incredible.
oysters. Yeah, she
I
likes
will
them
never
cooked.
no, thank you. Please fry it, deep fry underneath the depth. I need that type. And then I tried, people don't know, yes, I'm Caribbean, but I'm not a big fan of rice and beans. But
She
I
said, so wait,
tried
what was that you said? Rice and beans? You're not a fan
rice and
of?
beans. Never a big fan. I'll
Mm.
eat it. I'll eat it. I'll eat it if I'm dying of hunger. But it's not something that I'd be like, ooh, you know what I could go for right now? Not one of those. But I did try red beans and rice. They put some turkey in that mug. They put some in there. I will never look back. There is no way. And Popeyes, please do something over here because I heard that the Popeyes in New Orleans is
It
really good,
is.
and I didn't have a chance to try it. But why don't y'all put meat inside of these red beans and rice pockets? I don't understand because it's just red beans and rice. I need y'all to put that turkey, whatever that was. It was pork. I don't care. Whatever meat it was
You loved it.
delicious.
But yeah, no, I love
Big
that for
fan.
you. It was
Loved
we
it.
ate well. You hear me? Shout out to
The only thing I
Kashawn.
didn't eat was a
Kashawn,
beignet.
you never got your beignet?
I got a
We had
beignet
them at
like
the we
years
had them at
ago.
no, we get them at the table for dessert when we were at that restaurant at the Four
Oh, I
Seasons.
had my fill. I was done.
Yeah, I
I didn't
didn't eat
even
one
have
either, but
any.
I
Damn,
just
I
want
didn't
to
eat
say it's
one.
because they put it
That's
right in front of
true.
her. So I don't want to hear
That's
it. I
true.
didn't
I
know
was
you
too
didn't take a
full.
bite.
I was dying.
Yo, they fed us the South won't stop. Like they're like more. You want some? It's like a grandma. Every waiter is like it's like your nana. Like eat
Mhm.
more. And so,
Mhm.
but Kashan
We
was
did that.
good. I don't even know if I'm
Mhm.
pronouncing it right. We Luke is a place that we always enjoy. That's where we met. We didn't get a chance to go
Yes.
together this time because your flight was delayed. But
Delta, your days are numbered. But yes, my friends went out to eat without me. So there,
we were supposed to starve is what it
starve until I get there.
starve.
Then we went to Mother's, which
And
I caught
the
hell for.
the girls were mad at us about going to Mother's.
Golly, y'all. I
The
didn't know
locals were mad at us.
listen, let me tell you something. The
Hey,
peach cobbler was delicious.
there was 5 sticks of butter in the one
Oh
cup
my
alone. I said, my God, I felt my cholesterol go up
God.
like on a bite. She says,
And I
that pie you
mhm.
had was bomb too, though. That
Pie
pie,
was also
what was
bomb,
that?
lots
Sweet
of
potato?
nutmeg. Yes,
What was
sweet
that
potato
sweet
pie.
potato pie?
Incredible.
You had the
Okay.
fried chicken, which they're supposed to be known
Had the fried
for.
chicken. That was good. That was good. That was all right.
I think I had the
I've
cat.
had better.
I had the cat.
I heard the
That's maybe that what the
catfish was
girls.
good.
That's what the girls were talking about. Maybe the whole I've
Yeah.
had better.
But as far as desserts, don't do it.
The
That
mother's
thing was
desserts.
delicious.
The mother's desserts were great. But it was like
A1.
we were in a rush. We were trying to get to this. We needed something we could sit down real
Right.
quick and eat because we were on our way to the Superdome. Oh no, what were you gonna
Hmm.
say?
I was just gonna add that one more thing. Y'all really hyped the hand grenades. And I want to sit here and tell y'all, don't ever talk to me again and
It's like
give
a
me
slushy alcoholic.
suggestions. It wasn't that. It was
Mm.
extremely too sugary to even have alcohol in it. There was no alcohol. There had to be no alcohol.
There's alcohol in it.
So,
It's just that every drink on Bourbon Street is sugar, at like a
yes, and I
pound of
love sugar
sugar.
drinks, but give me some alcohol. Maybe I just need to ask for a double. Maybe I just got to go to Alcoholics Anonymous, one of the two. But that's that. I just want to say the hand grenades was not like that. And it just wasn't tasty. It
It was
wasn't
like a
good.
lemon lime. We got the lime green ones in case you're wondering with like a little face on the side. I
Yeah,
prefer like the daiquiris or the frozen like cup ones, like where you can mix the
yeah.
flavors. There's even like a Fat Tuesdays on
Mm.
bourbon. We went to bourbon, but and the girls were like, we got to get a grenade. So it was like we're
That's what
gonna
the
try the
girls were
grenade
saying to
just to
me.
say have it. Now that you've done it, we can go on Bourbon
Y'all
Street next
set
time
me
and get
up.
the other frozen drinks that we like better.
Absolutely.
But bourbon is always a great time. Like the culture there, I love that it's just consistent. Like anytime you go on Bourbon Street, you gonna see
Mhm.
dancing. You gonna see the kids with
Mhm.
instruments. You gonna see
Mhm.
people twerking. You gonna hear the music. People are gonna be
You're gonna
partying
see
it
a
up.
rabbit with a leash on it. You're gonna see
You
things.
know, snakes. Just
You're gonna see snake.
casually
It's really
people.
42nd Street. That's what it is. Is that's what it gives to
Yeah,
me. Like
I get it. It's
42nd
a tour.
Street. I seen a
The people in New Orleans are probably like, we don't go there. Maybe like like how we don't go to Times Square. It's
right,
probably like
exactly. They
it's
don't go to
probably
no
like
damn
that.
bourbon. Right.
But
True.
let's get into the music portion of the music
Yes.
festival because let me tell you something. For this to be like my seventh or so one, I'm gonna tell you what. I ain't never seen such a hip hop to the don't stop Essence Fest lineup in my life. This was not your mama's Essence Fest lineup. There was no Frankie or Beverly. There was no
No.
Charlie.
No
There was
Patty.
no Patty, no Mary, no Babyface or Anita. Like,
No
even that
one.
tour didn't make a stop there. Like,
Right.
it was rap. Okay, you want to talk about like I never thought I'd see the day Gucci Man performed at Essence Fest. Like Gucci, Guwap at Essence Fest, and mind you, we loved it.
Man.
I want to
Oh
be
yeah, I ate
clear.
it up. I
I
ate
don't
it
want.
up.
We're not coming at this from a we're mad about it
Oh
standpoint.
no.
We're surprised pleasantly
Right.
that they gave the South so much time to say something. Like it was
Right.
something to
A
say,
lot of times.
and
But I
Jermaine
will say,
Dupri
like,
did that.
we are speaking up for Aunt Iris that sat behind us and Uncle Albert, who really
They were
had a
stunned.
whole show of our asses being twerked in front of them. So
Our
that's what we
our
were all
asses.
dancing.
Mm-hmm.
We were all
Mm.
dancing.
Yes, we
I just
were.
happened to have the biggest butt,
No,
but
you were
we were
also the
all
one
dancing
directly. You were the one directly in front of them
in front
too.
of Uncle Albert. Yeah, that's true. Uncle
Uncle Albert
Albert
had a
he had a
time.
time, and
Okay.
Aunt Iris was pissed about it.
No, but
Okay.
the time where they were really stunned is when the DJ they
Capri.
played the "Never Have I Made It Some Cut" remix, and I know the Deaconesses haven't heard that one because they don't be in the club. They're not singing like us. And then for those
Right.
of you who don't know, it's like the
Never,
never,
never, never,
never would have
never would have
made it
made
with the
it.
some cut trap beat but it comes in like the gospel song. So they're thinking
Right.
like, oh, finally some Jesus.
Finally,
The
some God in
Lord
this
is in the
house.
place.
Yes.
Cleanse what just occurred. And then the beat dropped. And when I tell you that woman clutched her husband's arm like somebody was trying to take her purse. And this look of shock on her face. I haven't
Oh
laughed
my
that hard.
gosh.
I really had to quell. Like I really had to get myself together because when Scotty pointed out to me her reaction, I almost hit the ground.
She was, oh,
She
I
was
kept looking
stunned.
at her.
She
She
was
was
stunned.
stunned. She was
She
pissed
was
about it.
this. She was like, "What is this?"
Right. What's
But
going on?
and and I will say that day was. I mean, Saturday to me had like I would Saturday's lineup was amazing. I think overall it was the best lineup. Like overall because
Absolutely.
we
Absolutely.
came in at
JD.
JD, the South has something
Yes.
to say portion. JD came on stage, flex with all his Mariah and Usher hits and all that. He even brought out the white T boys or whatever, like the
Mm-hmm.
I forget their
Oh, I
names,
think they
but
like
then the I
plain.
think they
Isn't
like
it plain
me.
white tea?
I knew some of the white
Plain white
tea,
tea
but
boys
then
or
he
something
really
like
like,
that.
and then it was literally Big Boy, Sleepy Brown, who
Mm-hmm.
came in fur coats. Well, I
In
and my
100
mini
degree
fan
weather.
were fighting for our lives in the Superdome.
Absolutely.
Y'all niggas from the South are built different. I don't know what kind of interior AC
Got
that
it.
just runs for
It's
like in your
different.
body that we don't
It's
got.
different.
I would like it though because I don't know how they were on that stage with all them lights and
Mhm.
them fur coats, but they were committed, okay? And
Yes.
then Gucci came out, and then Scottie's imaginary Glock came out. I
Yes,
want to
absolutely.
post the video because I showed somebody the video, and they said, "Oh, she's used a gun before." They were
Nope.
and I was like,
See?
"I don't think she had." But
Look at y'all trying to incriminate me.
the technique was just so on point. Like anyway,
It was
but
because then you had Lil Jon come out, and for
and
those who
mm-hmm.
know middle school me,
You was to the
for
window and to
those,
the
I was an
walls.
angry girl. So when crunk music, any type of crunk music come on, I lose my shit. You
Oh yeah,
understand?
it was a time.
So that was a good time for
We
me. That
were
was a
we
good
were
time.
we were stomping. We was the don't start
Right.
none, won't be none.
Be
There was
none.
like it was a Little
The
John came
A-Town
out.
stop.
It was a lot, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
I feel like there's a couple bingo things, black bingo card things that like black people can try to hit in their lifetime. And I would say that when Little John came out to do and did Lovers and Friends, I was like,
Yes.
oh, I hit a bingo
Yeah.
because I saw Usher do it at Dreamville. We saw Usher
Yes.
do it at Dreamville. I saw
Yeah.
Ludacris do it when he opened for Janet Jackson here at the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh.
And then here Lil Jon was doing it. I said, hey, bingo, what's my what's my
He was
prize? I
surprised.
collected the Lover and Friend Infinity Stones.
Oh
But then
my
so did everybody else
gosh.
got to because then Luda came out
Yes.
and performed it with him. And then he did a set.
He did the set. It
And
was so
baby, we
good.
were living our
Oh,
best early, like late 2000s lives. Like you understand, like 2006, 5, 4, like all of them years, we was there. High school was in the building for us, and we had a
absolutely.
blast. Had a
Absolutely,
blast.
without a
And
doubt.
that was only
And then
one portion.
right. I'm gonna say one portion. We got to sit down, collect ourselves, figure out, okay, who comes on next? Our girl,
The
Jill
seductress
Scott.
herself, Jilly from
And
Philly.
Jill Scott got up on that stage and showcased and displayed art in such a beautiful way. And she always does. Like I've seen Jill
Yeah.
Scott perform plenty of times. And every time my biggest takeaway is that art is so much bigger than what we, how we define it.
Yeah.
Like she really does come
She does this.
equipped with
Yes.
the skill set to do it all and show
Mhm.
you all. If she can't do it, she gonna show you
She gonna
what
show
else is
you.
art. Yes.
Yeah.
So I love that she gives all these different definitions of what art is, shows you what art looks like. And, her pen game is absolutely sickening. Absolutely
Absolutely. The
sickening.
lyrics were like, and then like even her voice is an instrument. Like, so her musicianship, her band, top notch. Like those people
Top
can
notch.
all
She's
play
going
the instruments.
checklist,
Okay.
checklist,
She makes sure you know. She'll be like, this, everybody is live music. She's like,
Mhm.
there's not a beat machine
Mhm.
up here. There's not
Mm-mm.
nothing. She's like, there's nothing on my mic.
Right.
My
This is my
voice is an
voice. Has
instrument
been an instrument.
and I
Yes.
will continue to use it as such. She was like, "This is how you can
Absolutely.
use like this is how we can bring it together." She had ballet dancers, interpretive like whatever lyrical dancers on the stage. She had
Mhm.
beautiful black film documentary footage playing in the back. Like
Mhm.
you said, like all of the art forms came together, and then
They
there was
did.
Jill, seduce, just the master of ceremonies. But guys, y'all know Jill. You know Auntie Jill cuts up, right? Y'all know she cuts up
Child.
because at one point she told us to close our ears and listen with our vaginas.
Hey. And
You
that's when I said, "Hey sis.
and then she let a
Hey."
vibration loose that shook the ground
For
of the
just
Superdome.
showing you
And I
how
said,
art
hey,
can do that. Can literally
hey.
stimulate the vagina with you
Somebody
just
made it,
doing absolutely nothing. We were standing there and that motherfucking vibration just I said,
baby.
"Hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, girl.
I said,
Hey."
oh, hey, now. Somebody had a baby that night, and they need to name it Jill. I mean, somebody got pregnant that
For
night, and
real.
they need to name it Jill
Jilly.
because I said she's setting people up, and that's interesting. But
Wow.
that's what Jill does. But she also gave us, political because there was a viral video of the anthem she sang while she was out there, which I thought was funny because we just
Mhm.
did. a Pledge of Allegiance video where you were talking about like what
Mhm.
our stuff is, and like I love that she rewrote, and she said she had written it when she was a kid or like 12 or like young, and then
Yeah, she said, "I wrote this when I was 13."
yeah,
Something like
and
that.
then she remixed the anthem about how this is not the land of the free, but the home of the slave. And it's just, it was, especially with the timing of everything that's going on, it was just really beautiful. And I think that's one of those
Mhm.
spiritual moments of Essence Fest when you're in the dome full of Black people and somebody is
Yeah.
making you and your experience feel seen and heard, like
Yeah.
the range. Because once,
Yeah.
because an hour ago we was getting crunk in the motherfucker. And then now I'm crying about my ancestors building this land. Like the range of Essence
That's what
Fest
I've
is
just
really just it's there. And then as if it couldn't get any better, Missy the Misdemeanor Elliott, Melissa came out and reminded the girls who
You still can't touch my damn visuals. You hear me? You still can't hold a damn that's not nothing close to these damn visuals. Guys,
her mind.
it Missy didn't even need to show up low key.
The visuals
I
were so great. There
I
was a
was looking at
spaceship.
a spaceship. People were wearing these bands
Oh
in
yeah.
the crowd, and it was in sync to the song. So it was like lighting up as the lyrics were coming. It was insane. Like I'll post it on my Insta story or something. But guys, I was just taken aback.
Scotty was memorized because we didn't get a band. I don't know if it's because we came in through a credential entrance or what, but she would
I
literally
was
was asking
pissed
people
about
behind
it.
us, where'd y'all get that band from? Like, because we were trying to figure out how the lighting was happening. Because Superdome is
How?
huge. Like, you saw it even in the rafters. Like,
Yo,
the lights were just purple and then they were red. And it was like, but where are they coming from? It was people's hands, it was their wrists. And she had choreographed all of this. And then
all
like
of it.
and it wasn't like there was one set. The production set kept changing for each song, hit after hit,
Hit
background
after hit.
after background. Get
Crazy.
your freak on. It was giving that
Crazy.
swampy little look thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can't stand the rain. It was raining in the
Right.
bag. Like the school one, like it was like she was switching them, like she was effortlessly moving. Like it's
Yeah,
just the
she gave you like
transitions
a
were,
taste of nostalgia with a bit of
yeah.
futurism. Like it was still it felt up to date. It was crazy.
It really
It
speaks to
felt
how
like
she's always been ahead. Like she's her and Timber, like they've
how
always
wired
been
she is.
ahead of
That's
time because
crazy.
her music is still feels new, like exactly what you're saying. Like she's been
Yeah.
ahead of this shit, and that's why her stuff still just resonates and still seems so amazing. Like you know what I
I could
mean? And
not
it's
look
like,
away. I could not look
yeah.
away. I looked insane. I'm pretty sure if they had a video of my face, I looked like a kid in a candy shop because I was like, where? I don't even know where to look first. Hold on. Wait. I just was so excited. I was so
Excited.
excited about, just her art and how she sees art and how she's able to just put it all out on the stage is incredible to me. And on top of that, Missy got up from that set and went to
Hmm.
the sneaker ball, her party after, which was at 3, 4 in the morning.
I don't know
Give
how
this
she does it.
woman all the
Give her a
praises.
raise.
Cause ain't
Give her
no
a
way.
raise. I don't know
Give her a
how.
raise immediately.
I
But
don't
yeah, that
know.
type of stuff, that's really craftsmanship. That's really, what people talk about like talent and like vision. That's
Yeah.
that. And I,
Yeah.
I I love her for that. I love it. I was 100% down. I loved it so much. Megan,
Yeah, let's move on.
the
Like this
next
was
day.
so the next day, Megan was the headliner, and when I tell
Yes.
you, that's really when I said, Essence said they threw the respectability politics and
Right at
they
you.
said, "Baby, out of here," because Meg was
Well,
shaking ass, and I
yeah.
was looking. And here's what I loved: it was a beautiful sight to see.
Hmm.
Everywhere I looked, Black women were throwing ass. Everybody was twerking. And it wasn't like they were twerking for men or there were men behind them hiding it. Everybody was just women doing it and just being
That should just
free. Just being free. I
that
almost
should
got
just show
emotional. I said I
y'all.
didn't know twerking made me like emotional. Like, but like in that
Right.
setting, it was just like look at all of these Black women being free. Like Megan came on stage and I'm not gonna. Some people will be mad if I said to freedom, but like she really came and was like, she really came and was like setting people, black women for the. She was like, "Let's come on, girls, you ready? Get them cheeks. We're
Right.
about to have a time,
Right. Right.
and we're
And
not gonna
that's
care
this
what
should
they
just
think
show
about
you
it."
though that black women actually like to twerk. I hate this rhetoric that black women twerk only for the men and
Yeah,
they
no,
twerk only in front of the niggas and we only do it so that the men can enjoy it. No, nigga, we just like to twerk
right.
around each other, around, you know what I'm saying, in spaces where y'all are not even in. We love
It's
to do
fun.
it.
Imagine
It
us
is
wanting to have
fun.
fun. Imagine this like
Jesus Christ. Y'all try to police everything.
imagine
That's what I'm
fun.
saying. Yeah, I love that Megan brought the girlies up on the stage and said,
She sure
clap that
did.
ass.
She
Do it.
sure did. And
Do
I
it.
love that Janelle Monáe hopped on that stage to help her judge that contest.
Yes,
Speaking of Janelle got in
absolutely.
a little trouble for pulling out a titty. I
Her
think a lot of the
titty.
girls
She absolutely
forgot
did.
that Hulu was streaming this concert. A lot of people forgot that Hulu was streaming the concert because
Absolutely.
shout out to the person who was over the censorship because they were working hard. But it was beautiful to see the twerk, the ass shaking contest, amazing.
Yeah.
And even before Meg got on stage, I mean, I thought Meg was going to be the highlight of the night, even though I loved WizKids. Shout out to WizKids performance. Shout out to Thames. She also performed
That
that
was
night.
nice.
But they gave us a surprise Sunday performance by Little Lee Wayne. You remember we were in this we weren't even like on the floor and we heard his voice. Scotty just
Yes.
took off. And
Started to run.
it was definitely like the episode in Harlem where I just started to follow because I didn't hear him at first. I just saw you run. And because I'm black, I too just ran in the same direction you were running. And I'm
All
like,
I
why are we
heard.
running to the floor of the show? I'm confused. And then I see and I hear him as like we get closer. I'm like, is that like I'm like
Mm-hmm.
running and I'm like, is that who I think it is? And then I'm like, is he just
Mm-hmm.
giving a speech? Because we are in New Orleans and he was saying something about
Nope.
how I'm nothing without y'all. And then the beat dropped and he started performing.
Again, let's take a trip down 2000 and what, 7, 2008. Baby, you can tell me Lil Wayne. Okay. He was that nigga for me.
Fireman was him at his finest
I
for
just
me.
Oh, I mean, as far as looks, you don't want me to get into it. But you don't want to get into it.
I mean,
You don't want to get into it.
I would like a little deep conditioner for the locks at this point in time. But like I just
Yeah.
but he's a legend and his mic and his
Yeah.
penmanship and his game will always be what it is. Respect.
Yeah. We gotta oil that
Always.
scalp.
But we gotta oil
But
that scalp.
we gotta
Some
oil that
Mael.
scalp.
Somebody get him some
Get that
Mael.
Mael. Get that castor oil. Get something.
We gotta actually get to the
Um,
roots. Yeah.
yeah, get to the get to the roots.
That bleach. It'll mess you up. We're black. We're not supposed to
But
be blonde.
I love Lil Wayne's music. And
Yes.
so when I heard him on that stage, immediately I said to y'all, I don't think y'all heard me though. I was
I
like, Lil
didn't because
Wayne.
you were
And that's all I
running.
heard. Lil Wayne.
she
And took off.
she said it in the air. Like it just
Right.
she was
Lil Wayne.
already running.
And ran. Because then I realized that nobody was in the hallway, which must have meant this
Man.
man was performing. So I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, that was incredible. That was a great time. I got to like relive a lot of my college days because he did a lot of, old songs that I am very happy for. I was very afraid that he was going to do some new shit. And I was like, God, please. We ain't got that. But he knew his audience.
He
Okay.
did
And then,
because he did comfortable, which he never. I don't think that's a
oh,
normal part of the
shout out
set.
to
But
Babyface.
he said do the Babyface record. We're at Essence Fest,
Yes.
and
Yep.
so I was like, so finally a little Babyface somewhere in here today because
I,
normally he's everywhere. The fact that Lil Wayne had to give us the Babyface track is crazy at Essence
True.
Fest. But
Right.
love comfortable. Feel like it's a very underrated Lil Wayne track. I mean, he did Mrs.
Yes.
Officer, of course, because for the girls.
Right. And speaking of, I guess the mayor of Nor NOLA, to me, I know he might not be because Master P is, I guess. I don't know. But when we saw Juvenile,
Hey,
the way that I threw ass like
that was
never
another big.
before.
That was another bingo
Bec-
card moment.
because I've never, when do you ever get to see Juvenile perform Back That Ass Up? I've never seen it. I don't think I've ever seen it in my life.
Scotty wouldn't have seen that though, as because she was too busy throwing that ass
Throwing
back. She
that.
said, "The ass I will back up." Okay? And
You only get to do that one time.
and she made the most of it. I promise you that. She said, "Imma tell my kids about this one day.
Hello? I
Imma be
saved
able to
every video,
Imma
every
be there to
single
tell
one.
them. I'm like, let me tell you something about your grandma.
Okay?
She was
The
throwing
way that she
that
was
ass
throwing
back.
ass. Hello?
I thought she was about to. I didn't know, but no, that was another
That
bingo
was a
card
good
moment. Just
time.
always when you hear Manny Fresh and Juvenile perform "Back That Ass Up" in New
Mhm.
Orleans. See, that's the thing. It's a
Mhm.
triple word score. It's like
Mhm.
you hit all 3 points, and the blackness just it's just like you're at your most. It's like
Right.
you put all the rings together and you mighty morph into the blackest Power Ranger of all time. And in Scottie's
Absolutely.
case, that superpower is twerking.
Twerking that ass.
Some of us it's just like, but we had a blast at those parties. Like the DJs were great. Every party we went to, the DJs were great. Whether it was Manny Fresh DJing or when we went to the club quarantine
Club
parties,
Quarantine, D Nice,
D
Clark Kent.
Nice, Clark Kent, they brought it to
Oh,
life.
yeah,
Wyclef
Tweet.
John,
Tweet was
Wyclef
on that
John,
stage? Yes.
tweet, tweet,
Tweet.
tweet, because literally, so at one point, D Nice just starts to name because it's like 2 I guess the show was over at the Superdome at this point. And then everybody who was a headliner, I guess ever all weekend, all came to the party. Like Missy was there, Janelle was there. He was naming different people, but like it's escaping me now. But he was like, "Yeah, my sister Tweet is here.
Angie Martinez was
Annie
there.
Martinez is here." Like he was naming people, and I wish Tweet would get on stage and perform. And literally, like
I
5 to 10
tried,
minutes
man, I
later,
tried.
I said, "This is
Soon as
that's what I love about New Orleans. You are black. That's what I love about Essence Fest. You a black woman. You make a wish. You click your heels 3 times. It
you gonna
just
get
might
it.
come true. It just might come true, and that's what happened.
And we were on our
Last
what?
leg and drunkest
Last
lap,
leg and drunkest lap,
because that
y'all.
was the last night.
Wow.
And for some reason, y'all friend Scotty said we got to go up. And we were
It's the
tired
last
because the thing
day.
is the itis is it's a marathon, y'all. Essence Fest is 3 day and night. And it wasn't like we were
Yeah.
just like out at night. We was working during it. Like you had a
Yeah.
panel, I did a
Mhm.
panel, and
Mhm.
and then it's like, you're at the
I had to
convention
do
center during the
Insta
day and you're
stories
in the
of
heat,
influencer.
and then you're at night, you're trying to eat. You barely have time to like get to the Uber situation is crazy. Like you're just trying to get everywhere. And so you're exhausted. And so by that Sunday, the third day of doing that, we were at dinner about that. I just almost got me. I was in at the booth and Sky said, "We're doing shots." And I was like, "Give me like an
Get
espresso."
up.
And then she was
Girl,
like,
get
"No,
up.
tequila, girl, get up."
Girl,
And
get up.
I've never had to, I dug deep. Like we were at the fourth quarter of a Super Bowl winning game, but we delivered because we had a time. We were
Baby.
turned up, and I can tell you something. I ain't seen Scotty that far gone in a minute. I wish I could show y'all the videos,
Ooh,
but we won't.
please.
But baby,
We
our
will not.
girl was dancing. She was in a. It was just her and the DJ in the room. If you let her tell it, like she was just on the floor. She was like, "Y'all could go. Y'all could go. I'm just gonna stay here.
Yeah.
It's
I
fine. Go
not on the
home."
floor, guys. And by the way, not on the floor. Like I wasn't on
Oh
it.
no, like
I'm
on
just saying.
the
No, I was
dance floor.
dancing on the yes.
She was on her 2 feet.
But right on my 2 feet. Because we know how to act. But I really did have time. Everybody left, like everybody except for my friend CEO. Shout out to CEO. CEO was like,
Yes.
"Why are we the two last bitches in here?" I said, "I don't know, but the music sounds incredible." And we was dancing, dancing, and we danced the night away. I had a great time. I don't know how, Sylvia, we got that drunk. I
I
don't know
do.
how.
You
That
made us
was
do
quick.
like 5 different shots. What do you
That was so
mean?
fast.
It was all
That was
day.
so fast. And then
From
somehow
dinner
I made it
on.
home. And then we went home. And now I
Somehow
need
you
to
made your
go.
flight. Is
Oh
what's
my
happening.
God. Drunk me. Shout out to drunk me. For real. Because I was able to put an alarm together. I put an alarm on and everything. Now, did I fall asleep in my clothes? Absolutely.
Hey,
But I put an alarm on
we can only ask so much
and
from
and
drunk
I made it.
Scotty. Don't you love when drunk
Not too
you
much.
looks out? Don't you love when drunk you actually would
Oh
sound?
my
And
God.
that's how
I
you
was
know you've been
like,
doing this for a minute. Like I'm not new to the game. Like drunk me be holding
right.
me down.
Girl,
Like
you had me down.
you held me
And
down.
how did you space out the time enough for me to like pack and shower and get ready? How
We
did you
wake up.
know?
Thank you, me, for
God
looking out
bless
for
her.
me. Like we
Right.
gotta
So I made
love
it to
you.
the
Gotta love our
airport,
exes.
but then you were on your way to the airport. And this is what I want to know because you refuse to tell me this story unless we get on these mics. So now I need to know what the hell happened.
No, so I'm leaving. I'm leaving the. I was saying at the Ace, the party. Let me tell you, I didn't have to look far for the party because it was in my
Um,
lot. It was in the restaurant bar every day. But I was leaving the
mhm.
Ace. I booked myself on a luxury 3 p.m. flight so that I could sleep in. And so I'm leaving. My Lyft driver comes, this white man. He was nice enough. He was like, I got this for you, girl. He did call me girl, but we were in the South, and I said, well, I don't know. We're just gonna. He put myself in the car. We got in the back of the car. I'm like, all right. He was making conversation. People who know me know I don't like talkative drivers, but I said, hey, you're in the
Sylvia.
South. You just gotta do what you gotta do. I don't like to make. I'm like, I small talk with like strangers, especially like white men. It can go
Oh
left,
yeah,
and this is
terrifying.
exactly my point because this is what
Yeah.
happened. I said, hey, I'm gonna be not like we're in, like So we're having this conversation, and he's like, "Oh, so what do you like? This your first time in Essence? Like, how did you like New Orleans? Like, where are you from? Are you when you say you're loud, are you in entertainment industry?" And I'm like, I'm a journalist. Like, I write about entertainment. I also host a podcast. And then he was like, "Oh, what kind of podcast?" And then so now he's asking about the podcast, and I'm not trying to tell him too much because I'm just like, yeah, it's like I host it with my friend. It's a bit of a talk, like it's a talk show, like we talk about current events, like all that type of stuff. And he was like, "Oh, you know what that makes me think of? You should listen to them. Like if you don't know them, you should hear them." He was like, "Who are those sisters? Sometimes they say stuff." He was like, "Was it Diamond and Silk? Those
The
conservative older
the lady that
aunties who be
died.
on Fox News?" I don't even think he knew that Diamond died because he was talking about them like they were alive. But he was like, "Don't you just love them? Don't I just love Diamond and Silk?"
Yo, what?
And hear
What?
me, I'm in the back of the clip Googling to make sure I'm like, are these not the two crazy aunties who be cooning on
Who be
Fox
cooning on? Yeah.
for the MAGA in them? And sure enough, and I said, what about this ride makes you think that that's what me and my friend are doing? Also, these women are twice our age. What? And so then, and I'm quiet, and I'm like, oh, huh. And then I'm quiet, and then he realizes it's awkward. And he was like, I do know that they talk about conservative stuff, and like you maybe wouldn't like them because it's Republican stuff. I probably shouldn't have gotten political. I'm so sorry. And then he started trying to walk everything back because I think he was afraid I was gonna give him a bad rating. But I was like, I told you I'm hosting a podcast, and because I'm a black woman,
You bring
the
up
first
Diamond and
reference of
Silk.
all the women in podcasting, of all the duos in podcasting, you say Diamond and
Diamond
Silk?
and Silk. 'Cause that's all
I
he
didn't even have the
knows.
heart to tell him that Diamond is not even with us anymore. I didn't even have
Oh,
the heart.
I would.
I
I'd be
would,
the one.
because I was like, at that point, we was at the airport. I said, God bless. Like, I don't even know what to do. But yeah, we got called Diamond and Silk on my way home. And that was crazy to me. Cause that was not on my bingo card for 2023.
What?
I didn't,
I'm even
I just,
shocked that he knew the name of them too, though.
It
I'm
took him a
shocked that he
second.
knows.
He took
Oh,
him a
okay.
second. Like he had to really work through it. But he was really entertained. Like he was laughing, thinking about how much he enjoys their content. And that tells me one thing. I gotta stay quiet so I can get into this airport safely. Because why do you
Absolutely.
enjoy that kind of content so much? About
Absolutely.
the lack of I gotta go. I gotta get out of here, but we're on the highway. So now I just gotta shut up because I just gotta make it to LA. Because I thought about saying some wild shit, but I remembered he was behind the wheel. And I said, you know
Mhm.
what? Let me shut up. Let me just get home safe. Let me do what my
Absolutely.
mama would want me to do. So that
Absolutely.
and that was also how I knew that Essence Fest was over and I was back in the real world. My black girl bubble was busted, and it was like back to real life we go.
All right, Sylvia, with Black Music Month coming to a close, we've got to play Radio Roulette. Okay. I'm going to give you aux core scenario. I'm going to give you an aux chord scenario, and you have to choose which 3 artists and songs you'd play. You ready?
Yes.
Make me proud.
Okay.
You're celebrating with your favorite friends you haven't seen in a while. You can't play anything produced by Missy Elliott, Timbaland, or Beyonce. And you can't play Knuck If You Buck, Swag Surf, thank God, or Back That Ass Up. Give me the songs.
Okay, I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all took out like 70% of black music by saying Missy Elliott, Timberland, or Beyonce, and that is crazy to me. But you know who y'all forgot to take out? Jermaine D. Dupree. So
No, that's right. I know
I
that's right.
found a loophole. And I will caveat that y'all said that Missy couldn't have produced it, but you didn't
Yes.
say she couldn't be on it. So I would like to present Ladies' Night. Lil Kim, you know what I mean?
That's
Angie
great. That's a good
Martinez,
one.
Queen, Left Eye. It's Lady Night. Oh, it must be Angie on the
You on the
mic.
mic?
Got the sugar, got the
Sugar got the
spice.
spice.
I love that
Yeah.
song, Ladies Night.
Love
It's
it.
a remix to Not Tonight, which was done by Lil Kim and Jermaine Dupri. So that's
Okay,
one.
that's a good one.
Also to evade this crazy trifecta Bermuda Triangle that y'all gave us, I'm gonna come to modern day music and
Oh, modern
say,
day.
put it on the floor again. Because
Oh,
duh,
so. Okay.
we
Okay.
put a ribbon on this. We're acting brand new. That's one of
Mm-hmm.
my songs of this summer.
Love
Okay.
it.
So we're definitely gonna play that. And then another new album I'm loving right now is the Janelle Monáe album, Age of Pleasure. And I don't think Missy, Timberland, or Beyonce produced any of them tracks.
Nope.
So, but but because it's a newer album, I'm trying to remember what's the song on there that we loved. I'm like, is it Flesh?
Rush
Is it Rush? Okay, no,
with
Rush is like the
with
sex. That's
Nia
the
Long, the
yeah,
sexy
that's the
one.
sexy
Yeah.
one. But I also like Champagne Shit or Phenomenal just
I'm
because
on
it's
my
like a
champagne shit.
shit. On my
Yeah.
champagne shit. Only because it's Friends. You know, like Friends you haven't
Yeah.
seen in a while versus like Seductive.
Yes.
But I love the Age of Pleasure. So honestly, any track from that song would go on. But I'm gonna say Champagne Shit for the case
I
of
love
this
that.
challenge.
That
I
was
did it,
great.
guys.
So good. Yay. Hand
Yay.
claps.
And
That
I
was
did it without
amazing.
naming any Drake songs, which was
I am
also a
very
challenge
proud of you.
is a challenge for
I'm very
me.
proud of
So
you in
I just want
that.
to put that out there.
That was great. That was a wonderful lineup with
Thank
all
you.
women too. That's good.
Because it's
Solid.
Essence Fest, baby. We're going out with friends.
Solid.
It's about us.
Absolutely. And if you haven't, listen to that Janelle Monae album. That album is incredible.
Please. It's
It is.
incredible.
There's no skip.
It's
There
just a
might be one
vibe.
skip from me, but there is no skips. It's
It's a
really good.
vibe. So yes, we're winding down. Anyway, thank you, Scotty, for them accolades. I coming from you, any
I'm
music
proud.
praise.
I'm proud.
I hold it close. You understand from the playlist queen
Yeah.
herself. So I
Because I would have been
appreciate that.
playing disco. So you better be happy that you got a great Sylvia playlist. Because y'all would have been
I
listening
tried
to
to keep it
Diana Ross if it
modern.
was up to me. Right.
I almost thought about Alicia Myers. I want to thank you because that's my jam.
Thank
I
you.
want to thank
Heavenly
you, Heavenly
Father.
Father. Anyway, we're winding down, but we don't ever end the Scotty and Sylvia show without lifting you up. And we do that in a little segment we like to call Before We Let You Go.
There was this quote that really summed up what Essence Fest is to us and to me. And that is, we are each other's business. We are each other's harvest. We are each other's magnitude and bond. And that's by Gwendolyn Brooks. And that's exactly what it is to me. You know, we are each other's business and we are able to be there for each other and hold each other up and hold each other down. So yeah, that's 100% it for me. Doesn't need it's pretty much self-explanatory.
Yeah,
You know, it's good.
it's beautiful. It's a beautiful quote.
And so with that, I think that sums up what I experienced at Essence Fest and what I live by. You know, we are each other's business. Now we can be each other's business and correct with love and be able to be there with love and do things and have acts, but also involve love with them. But we are each other's business and we are, you know, we are supposed to be helping each other and holding each other up. So that's what I would say. Great book, Dr. Joy. I'm almost done, actually, but
Ooh,
it's
you've
really
been
good.
reading.
Thank
I know that's
God.
right. Where do
Yes.
you find the time, girl? I
Yeah, I've
barely
been
have.
reading one because my ADHD has been really tough. It's been really hard for me to actually finish books
Mm.
the physical way. So audio is good, but now I've tried this new thing that I'm doing in order to get me to finish these actual books that I actually like reading. So yeah, that's what I've been
We
doing.
do like to read over here. That's
ADHD is
one
a real
thing about
thing,
us.
guys.
Yeah.
Go and get checked, please.
Yes, because
That's all
I
I'll
think,
say.
and also it's a lot of it's the pandemic really induced it in a lot of people. Like there's this whole wave of like there's people who've had it their whole life. There's like different levels, I believe, and then there's people who's like the pandemic like exasperated it. I think we're gonna be finding out like what
Yeah,
the side effects of that were forever. But like
right.
no, I think it's crazy to find out something like that
And
so
I
early
used
in
to read
life.
so
Like,
much. I used to read so much, and then boom,
mm,
quarantine happened. It's
yeah,
crazy.
no, I feel you on that. For mine, I'm gonna keep it simple this time just because I was thinking about even just like, this trip and how much fun we had and how much joy we were able to experience just being away and escaping and in the summer and all that stuff. And so I'm gonna hit you with something that I'm sure you've heard before, but I would just like to reemphasize. Book the trip.
Mm,
Book the trip.
mm-hmm,
Don't let this summer go without
mm-hmm,
going somewhere for
mm-hmm,
yourself. Like we just said, Janelle said it, it's the age of pleasure, baby.
mm-hmm.
Go and don't like do something for yourself because let me tell you, life is stressful. The real world is crazy. There's a lot of problems waiting at the work, at the home, wherever. Live you a little life and enjoy the good parts of it too. You'll never
Right,
regret the experience. Memories are all we get to take with us. So book the trip. I had a blast with my girls in New Orleans. Like it was
right,
so good for our souls. Like we had so much fun. We laughed. We were running through the streets like kids. Like
right,
it just brings out this like my inner child is just lifted. You know what I mean? So I just say like if you can, even if it's not somewhere fancy, like I think going to New
no,
Orleans reminded me like there's a lot of places even domestically that we can go and have fun. If it's Atlantic
right,
City, if it's Vegas, like if it's Miami, if it's Atlanta, hell, I don't know. But book a trip, get like a favorite girl, like a girlfriend or somebody together and have
right.
fun. Go do
Stop
it.
having Instagram define to you what a great trip is.
Absolutely.
So, it don't got to be the most, oh, I don't got the money to do this luxurious shit. No, just have a good time. It doesn't necessarily have to be luxurious,
Yeah.
whatever it is they're selling over on Instagram. But maybe put the fucking phone down too
Yes.
and have you a good trip. I have missed a lot of moments on my phone because I was just having a good time. I was too busy just reveling in the moment and being present and just being with my girls and laughing and having a
Yeah.
good time with jokes and just be present. So yeah, exactly. 100%. Book the trip. Please. Please. It won't solve all the problems when you get back home, but it will give you a
But
sense of joy
yeah.
to come
And
home
it'll
with. And so
yeah.
that's what we need, to keep going. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So that's my little affirmation for today. And that's it for this week's episode. Make sure you come back next week for more Scottie and Sylvia because we do it all for you. Okay? All right.
All
Bye.
right, y'all. Bye. Hey, before you move on, if you like this episode, guess what? We have more for you.
Go on ahead and click on one of these videos for more Scottie and Sylvia.